like or low key like attacked. I feel attacked, but
So where's the persecution complex coming from?
Persecution complex.
um. Oh yeah, I was joking.
Oh, you're just joking. Okay.
No, like I told you the persecution thing was exaggerating, but
Okay.
I mean sometimes I do.
So I guess, Ash, we have some special FI DOMs in here. They're special, and we don't have to worry about hurting their feelings.
I mean, like Ash has never worried about it before when he thought I was an INTP. You know, my behavior hasn't changed at all.
Alright. Maybe I'm just paranoid
Well,
after
we
a
have
few INFPs.
established that you're paranoid.
But
That
yeah, but I'm
is
I'm talking about specifics right now. And maybe I'm just paranoid from a certain INFP.
maybe you're just paranoid
Uh,
in general.
Nah, a certain INFP.
so an INFP scarred you, or you're like worried about offending an INFP
Yeah,
here, you're saying?
yeah. An INFP scarred me. I,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
No.
You have
They tend to do
PTSD.
that to ENTPs. Why is that?
What? What'd you say?
An INFP scarred him and hurt his small little FI.
His tiny, tiny little
Shush.
FI.
Shush, shush.
Yeah, INFPs have, or FI DOMs in general have large FI, so there's more places to hurt them. You guys have the tiny FI.
But when you hurt an ENTP's tiny FI, you hurt all of it because it's so tiny.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
and you freak them the fuck out though too. I mean, that's
I
probably
only
why
have a
I'm.
little FI, and you broke all of it, and now I have none left.
so if you hit
Yeah, you'll
our
have to
FI
get over
though,
that.
like
Yeah,
we don't die, you guys die.
kind of something like that happened. I don't know if I want to be specific, but yeah, in a way. And I was paranoid ever since, and to spice it up, I've seen Rick and Morty and BoJack Horseman because I'm a fucking idiot and watch the most. After a bad emotional experience, I've decided to watch the most depressing cartoon series right out now. That was fucking genius. But yeah, I don't know.
I was so spacing out.
I don't know what I've said, so it didn't have that much value, I believe.
ENTPs are attracted to FI DOMs, but they don't need to be with them. They need to be with like INFJs or
Yeah, that's actually true.
Sorry, Katie. I'm not saying that Taylor needs to dump you or anything. uh, in general, they don't need to be with FI DOMs. They need to be like INFJs or fuck.
Nah, ENTJs.
Yeah,
No,
or
INTJ. Not
ISFJs.
ENTJs, that would end bad. INTJ master race. I want to be with an INTJ, but I'm too lame actually with my life, so I cannot uphold the aristocratic means of an INTJ. So
INTJs are high maintenance. You do
One
not
and mine is
be with an INTJ.
I don't know how people don't see the INTJ's value. Like,
I didn't say they weren't valuable. I said they were high maintenance
Why are they high maintenance?
because they have a lot of FI, but they fail to acknowledge that it's FI.
who?
INTJs.
No.
Like
wait, how so?
so like they behave irrationally a lot of times and uh don't really when you call them out on like how either a manipulative something is or how they're not making sense when they like have emotional outbursts and things like that, or it's hard to describe. I have like people that I got close to that were INTJs, and there's like no telling them that they're wrong. Is basically.
They are.
I don't know. Maybe I was just meeting some really mediocre INTJs.
INTJs. Yeah. I mean, the
I know
INTJs.
one that thinks that he's a god. I do not talk to him anymore.
Yeah. All right.
They're socially paranoid as fuck too.
All right.
They think that
Representative.
everyone's out to get them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Yeah, because they, by theory, they should be like with ENTPs, and ENTPs are super immature and manipulative pieces of shit that actually have no feelings and should deserve to die. And I'm not having depression. This is super serious. So in a way, they kind of like
I
build up
think
their they try to build up their defense system before the real ENTP appears.
I think that INTJs are prone to abandonment issues and that they need to have an FE dom in their life.
No. No. That was like not a disagreement. That was like a random sound. Either way, I think that INTJs were like born to capture the magic of ENTPs, and they're paranoid because ENTPs are wild animals without a direction. They're kind of like imagine a sorcerer. That's the when you have magic, like not seriously, but like in my opinion, imagine like magic as if um, as a force, like a beast you have to tame. So like
Yeah.
imagine the INTJ as like a sorcerer and the ENTP as like that force, as like that beast that needs to be captured by the INTJ. So like the INTJs have to build up, kind of collaborate with ENTPs. That's why they're paranoid, because it's a powerful, impulsive force that doesn't know what it wants. And that's pretty hard to deal with, so they have to kind of develop something. They have to find a passage to deal with that shit. And you cannot really not build up paranoia if you want to survive that.
I mean,
There's
I
no
get the
way.
whole like using ENTPs as like an analogy or like a metaphor for like some larger energy, but I don't think that the people in general, uh, the world doesn't revolve around ENTPs. I guess is my point.
Nah, it does.
Feel like INTJs are scared of the raw force that ENTPs bring, and they spend their whole life fearing that, but like it's not a thing.
I don't know if this is true of most INTJs, but my ex was an INTJ and she was very afraid of intimacy. She had like walls up.
They have abandonment issues for real, like borderline personality disorder, probably.
Yeah, like
That's INTJs.
she wouldn't let me get close to her out of fear that um that we wouldn't, like, we'd break up, and then so it was like she was building a wall to protect herself from a possible future breakup. So we never got close enough, so we did break up.
Oh,
I'm assuming you broke
alright.
up with her.
Um, she broke up with me, but like it wasn't working because she would avoid intimacy and kept her walls up.
Maybe I don't want to be like that prick. I know it was like hard in the situation. It was the past, and I couldn't have done any better. But you could like work with it. I think somehow, like attempt to get Neptune and learn how FI works and intimacy works, and kind of like try to somehow elaborate on it.
Well, I'm over her, and she's the one that needs to understand this shit.
I don't think there's any point in having patience with those kind of people. I mean, I understand paranoia, but well, how long was the relationship though?
Like 5 months.
Yeah, it's a long time.
I thought like over time she would slowly open up, but nope.
Do you find that you were attracted to her because of that challenge, or did you not see that right off the bat?
Good question. Always with the good questions. uh, yeah, I guess. God damn it! It was the fucking NI mysteriousness. God damn it! See, that's why I need the INFJ, because they're not afraid of intimacy. They've got the NI, but they've also got the intimacy
I wouldn't be so
feelings.
sure. I wouldn't be so sure about that. I think that they're good at feigning real intimacy. So you'll be thinking that you're intimate with an INFJ, but really you're not.
You know, I like to believe that. I know I've showed that like 50 times already, and not even just today, but like over the course of since a few months ago. I believe that like INJs, like INTJs and uh, INFJs are like some next level god shit, and you have to work really hard. You first of all, the other person needs to be a healthy INJ, and second of all, you have to be like really advanced and elite to like even have a chance. Because it's like a lot of things.
You said you have to be next level for them to have a chance with NIDOMs.
Yeah.
I agree with that. It seems like that. But I mean, I think that the NIDOMs differ
I mean,
in like their needs, like
I
depending
mean
on the
for
FI NIDOM.
sorry, I have to interrupt you. Just want to clear like I don't want to directly say they're of less value, but like with a sensor, you're like you're like saying that the other person is cute, bam, you're in a relationship, and then you like figure things out on the way and are happy, and then you say to each other, well, nobody's perfect, and you go through this happy cycle, da, etc., etc. That shit won't work with IN, INJs. You have to be prepared knuckle to knuckle, understand the dynamics and things behind relationships, and be prepared for it. Like it's something really important. Every relationship is important, but like with Spencer, like a lot of other types than the INJs, it's just like a random thing that happens as you go. Like with an INJ, you have to work really hard. You have to be prepared, you have to be experienced, you have to try hard, you have to persist, you have to do all of those things. It's like in comparison, a normal relationship is like setting up a shop in a village, and like an INJ relationship is like trying to set up a company in New York.
I agree
Planning
with
this
this.
way too out.
I don't know
Good
why
lord.
I don't know why I agree with this, but in my experience with the INTJ, I felt like I had to work so hard. It was very difficult. Not like a typical relationship for sure. Very complex.
I
All
mean,
all of the people that I've known that have been with INXJs, they've been they've had that complaint.
yeah, but I don't have anything against it. I just have to be less depressed. I just have to win more. If I would win a little bit more and persist with my winning persona, I could manage such a thing and be quite happy for it. It's like my low-key dream to actually have that building up self-development personality. Kind of like go through life like that, coaching others. You know, being a healthy 8-wing 7 just seems super nice and everything, but I know that at least at the moment, I wouldn't be able to pull that shit off. Just like, I'm too weak.
It's interesting, like how your FE is like the thing that's driving you to accomplish things, like hidden agenda kind of, like your desire to be loved, by an INTJ. You're like, oh, if I just accomplish these things, then
Yeah, but I'm really driven. I think I'm really like driven. I was thinking about what's the purpose of life and shit for a very, very long time, and I the the strongest idea that I've got is evolution. So you kind of like start off with that you have to survive on your own, then you have your family has to survive, you have to reproduce, etc. But at that point, you're not moving yourself forward or your family forward. You're supposed to move the society forward.
hmm
So it's like survival, right? So evolution is about survival. So as soon as you're strong enough to hold a family, you can build upon that family, and as soon as your family is strong enough to persist, your next move, you can move on to building up society and moving it forward. I mean, that's the purpose of life, just moving society forward. Which is
so
quite
you
sad.
could so you could kind of skip the family part, right? And just go to the society.
Not really. I mean, it's like a cycle. It's like self.
Like, are you like viewing family as like a tiny society, so it's good practice?
No, evolutionary. From an evolutionary perspective.
Oh, okay, I
You
know
have
what
to
you're
share
saying.
your genes. But it's not like that. It's like, hold on, let me get the camera. It's more like, ignore that desktop. It's like the self is the foundation for the family, which is the foundation for the society. But in a way, it's the opposite also. Do you see it?
Yeah, I do.
So like my core philosophy is that you should kind of be able to develop yourself enough to go to the stage of family because you know you're not immortal, so it's better to build a family. But you know that your family could like die out and shit. So you like depend on society and all of the jobs to keep your family running. But as soon as your family and self is strong enough, you should not abuse that society, because if everyone abused that society, everybody would die. But instead to insist the evolutionary aspect of yourself, of your genes going on, of your like of your to persist your existence within your children, you have to work on the society so it won't corrupt, right?
Hmm.
So you kind of like work from self by duplication to the family, because your children, from this philosophy, your children are just like your backup. It's like your children exist because you know you won't exist forever, right? So you'll work on them, etc. But you know that your family, I hope I've spelled that right. Hold on. I'm not quite sure.
Family.
Yeah, it's right. So your family is kind of like that backup, that thing that governs your further existence. But as soon as you know that you've covered that further existence, you know that your soul family will be able to easily survive within this world. So instead of just focusing on your family, you start focusing on the society, so it's stable enough to let your family and yourself throughout your children and grandchildren survive as long as possible. So essentially, working from yourself to be strong enough to sustain a family and make from yourself and team effort, try to make your family and self strong enough to support the society, so then the society supports the existence of your family, which supports the existence of self. It's kind of the core philosophy of my life.
No, I think that's really well thought out.
But like, I'd have to actually be strong enough to pull that off.
You have a lot of good ideas in general. Like you're the one that came up with the writing a book to attract types and where to find them and stuff. And you obviously think about this stuff a lot. You should actually write it down and don't give your ideas away until you have like refined them or whatever and put them all on paper.
I'm here gathering ideas.
Hey Nep,
Wahaha.
what's
Hmm.
you said that you knew of people that had been in relationships with anti-doms. Do you have any thoughts on how that can be successful? 'Cause
So
that's kind of uh, my ideal type is probably INFJ, so I kind of need to figure that shit out.
I think I know that the question is asked on Neptune, but screw that. Sorry. I think that you should. I haven't gone there, but theoretically, if I would be strong enough, I could go that passage. I think that you should like be really inclined on self-improvement, and at the point you're like that stereotypical self-improvement entrepreneur-looking guy. At that point, you can start a relationship with an INTJ and try to understand them.
you don't want to
But
be in
like
a relationship with an
you
INTJ.
need a really healthy kind of set mindset and at the moment all of that stuff. So it's like I think it's really, really, really risky and a shit fuck ton of effort, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, now you can answer it, Neptune.
Um, you answered about INTJ. I don't want an INTJ. I done tried that and it's not for me. But the INFJ is uh
Ash, INTJ will be very, very cold.
yeah, cold like a fucking
And
computer.
ENTPs don't necessarily need more coldness.
No, dude, get over the INTJ idea. It don't work.
I mean, my INTJ friend is very supportive.
Is it a he or a she?
It's a he.
And
It's-
do you have sex with him?
no. Not
It's
I-
different having a girlfriend INTJ that you want to have sex with. It's different.
really.
The
Huh.
the not sex components are different too.
Like I have INTJ
So, like-
friends, and that's cool. But from a girlfriend, you want more than that.
No, but I was like talking about he's like super supportive and you could I think I know he's like very mature,
That's a very
but I
high.
think
That is a high energy activity for him to be supportive. He might be very supportive, but he's not going to fill that role. That's not even a natural role for him. He's probably overcompensating because that's not the way he is, and because he gets a good reaction out of you. You are going to want support out of a partner, and an INTJ is not going to be ever comfortable in the supporting role. So he might be supportive in small doses periodically. If you're in a relationship with an INTJ, the ENTP is gonna be the emotional supportive one, and that's not a good role for us either.
Yeah, the INTJ wants to be self-reliant, and they're gonna want you to be pretty self-reliant too. It's not a supportive relationship whatsoever.
shit.
INTJ hold things like
Can't you like fucking grow to them? Like unite and grow to them? No? Is that possible?
No.
No,
No.
you can be like that with them. They're very possessive though and insecure though, even when you do get close to them. Like I had an INTJ best friend for a while. And she like anytime like I was like we were like 18, 19, and I was trying to like socialize and stuff. She always thought I was like replacing her and it was really weird and I just got annoyed and was like, fuck this. And yeah, and we've never actually been as close as we were back then, simply because I started making like new connections. It was really weird. But when we were friends, it was like we were kind of like one person because we were on like the same wavelength all the time. We spent like 24 hours together. And at that point, it's like really, really great. So I imagine that having a relationship with someone, once it's established, who's an INTJ, is probably really great. But
It's probably abusive.
I mean, just like any sign of like not of like you moving on or changing in any way, they will like they don't like that at all.
What? No. Okay, I give up. Not that. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I changed my mind.
All right. So what's the next type you're gonna romanticize?
Now let's talk about the INFJ. Now that INTJ is.
I had two INFJ friends who got in a relationship together. Do you know how much of a disaster that was?
What's that like?
Wait, what?
Let's see, broken doors, drunk most of the time together, drugs, what else? Yeah, it only lasted 3 weeks. It burned out really quickly. But they were in love with each other for a long time before and a long time after. But it was a disaster.
Stay away from really any INT, except or any. I'm sorry. Yeah.
INJ.
Stay away from NTs, except for possibly an INTP chick. But yeah, INTJ, don't go over there. You're gonna hate that TE. Stay the fuck away from, no offense, Neptune, INFPs,
What?
because they are a black hole of emotional craziness because we don't understand their FI, and their FI is super creative.
Yeah, I know about that. You can move on. I don't
Okay.
You
want to
not
bring
wait,
it
wait,
into
wait, wait, wait. You not understanding FI doesn't make people black holes of FI.
Well, I didn't finish it, but yes, it does. And now we're stuck in your black hole before I can move on.
We can move on. I'm just clarifying that you're wrong.
Okay. So I'm wrong about that one, but you get the point as how it is illustrated. Shit, there's other types. ENFJs, I mean, ENFJs, ENFPs, ESFPs, you're probably gonna trip up with one or two of them. Just recognize what it is and like try to get past it.
Do not date an ENFP.
Yeah, you're better off with an ENFJ or an ESFP, I think. Wait,
Wait,
Not
so
date
should
an
I-
ESFP.
okay, I married
Wait,
an
so
ESFP.
I cannot.
ESFP, I said.
Right,
Yeah,
I married.
don't ever get involved with an ESFP.
Right, I married an ESFP. And we were divorced a year later, so don't do that shit.
Yeah.
The good
Yeah,
news,
I already have.
the good news is that you can outsmart the shit out of them forever. If you do it, yeah.
That is true.
Forever. I like that.
So
Wait, so like, there's nobody left, no intuitors,
there
no
is the
ESFPs.
INFJ. The INFJ is
INFJ, INTPs are not off limits.
ENFJ is okay.
ESTPs are not off limits. ISFPs are.
Wait, type it in chat. Type it in chat.
Hold on.
So,
Just you type it because I'm doing something with my hand, and I will say yes or no.
what?
Okay. You type the types, and I'll say yes or no as they come up because I'm doing stuff with my hands, and I don't want to devote my attention to telling you what pussy ruts not to get in. When actually, I think that pussy ruts are good.
You can just
Learning.
type it. I'll type it.
Okay, who's first?
Or Ash is typing it. Never mind.
Intuitors. By that you mean NE-DOMs and NI-DOMs?
No, generally.
Okay.
NFs.
Yeah? Alright.
Okay, NT. No. Maybe INTP. INTP is the only type of girl who might work. However,
Agreed.
I don't think that reverses well with gender. I don't think an ENTP chick could be with an INTP dude as well. NF. INFJ, yes. ENFJ. If they want you, they'll get you, but just know what it is and don't try not to stay in it forever, or you might be hostage without knowing it. Let's see. Let's see. Where am I? ESFP, ENFP,
No,
and
INFP.
INFP. ENFP, no. INFP, no. If you've got to choose one, choose the ENFP because even though she's probably worse, you've got a way better shot at outsmarting her all the time, every time.
Yeah, you should always strategically plan out how to outsmart your spouse.
I mean, you got to choose that. NF, except for INFJ somehow, NF's just really aren't good. ENFJ is okay, I suppose, if you like to be in that sort of relationship where she tells you what to do and you don't have to think about things.
Alright. SF, as I've typed into chat.
ISFP is if you can house train them, kind of. ESFP, no. ESFP, ISFP. What else? Oh, ESFJ, no. ISFJ, maybe.
Yeah,
But
pass.
so the thing about ISFP is they're they're a pain in the ass, but once they get housebroken, and once you understand why they're a pain in the ass, then things get a lot easier. And then, so if you already, by just the virtue that we're having this discussion, will understand an ISFP better than I ever did when I met Katie. So I would say that's fine, but for a stupider ENTP, I would not recommend it. ST, I think we're pretty much generally good with STs.
Like any STs.
Yeah, I mean, there's none that are bad, or that I'm going to say no to. Although some are preferable.
So ISTP, ESTP, ISTJ, ESTJ.
Probably not an ISTP is going to be boring for you.
I'll pass on ESTJ
Really, most
and ISTJ.
of
Yeah,
those are
pass on.
probably. I mean, those are probably generally going to be boring. You're not going to be excited by them, but you're also not going to get dicked over by like an ENFJ or something.
So INFJ,
Here's what you got to look for.
INTP.
How's that ass? Look at her ass and her legs. And if those are good, then figure out if she swallows or spits, and then if she, has some other stuff that is good compared to what we just talked about. Kato, thoughts? Additions?
So INFJ, INTP, ISTP, ESTP. Shit.
INFJ, yeah. I would take out ISTP. I mean, like those are the last two aren't bad, but they're just going to be boring.
Nadia, listen to me, fuck's sake.
I think ESTPs could be fun, but I've never met one. So
They are, and they can be, and yes, but it's a weird dynamic for a relationship.
It's more fun for friendship.
Wait, are you kidding me? So all that ENTPs are left with is the rarest type on Earth and the rarest female type.
Yep.
Okay.
Like, seriously.
I have not. And also, don't let that slide down. I've got to help Ash so that he doesn't trip his dick into something.
That's fucking awesome.
Ash
Wow.
Ash does not want an ISFJ.
Yeah, but Ash, you only need to find one, and there's 3 billion women.
ISFJ is good.
Fuck that.
Use your mathematical prowess.
No, don't
and calculate the odds.
don't get an ISFJ, Ash.
We'll go into this in a second. I don't have any clue with look at your keys. If you can find them, I'll take you.
Yeah, fuck.
It's all about the INFJ, I'm telling you. So how do you succeed with INFJ, Neptune?
My INFJ friends they need someone to be they need to think that they have something to learn from someone, that whoever they're with has more like mentally to offer.
So be smart. Be smart.
Be
That's
smart,
number one.
be cultured, be a little bit mysterious.
All right, that's basically the perfect description of myself. So I'm good to go.
Be a little bit more dominant as well, but not in like a stereotypical masculine way.
Wait, what did you say? You were saying some life tips. I want to hear. I was studying something.
It says be smart, be cultured, be mysterious, and be dominant, but not in a brutish.
Wait, in what way? In what way?
In a gentle way.
No, but I mean like what type, what person would think.
We're talking about INFJs, how to be with them successfully.
Yeah, you can't be like cliche smart either. You can't like have just be like regurgitating like facts and shit. You have to like have like an interesting perspective to your smartness. Otherwise, they won't value it at all.
Which you do, Ash. You have the unique aspect.
Nah, thanks.
You're just like putting up these like diagrams on the spot.
Yeah,
For all
but
your
basically that's only MBTI because I was like super long interested in this shit and flunk school, and instead of doing shit at school, I was discovering my own ideas and philosophy.
right. Well, if an INFJ saw you do that shit, they'd be like, "Oh my god, you're so smart and creative."
Cool, thanks.
Also, being like, I don't know. Maybe that's depends on the INFJ.
So no STPs?
Nah.
So hold on. If we take in account that in my age category there are about only half of the women on Earth, and if we take into consideration 3.5 billion, right?
Yeah.
Billion, then that's 2.5%. No, divided by 2. 2. Times 0.025. 2.5%. Yeah. That makes up about. Oh, that's nice. That's about 43 million. That's enough.
Yeah. Well, did you also?
Stop computing, Ash, and just go talk to one of them with your penis.
Wow. Well. Nah.
Do it with your penis.
I'll have to like actually exist. Too much work.
No, it's not. Oh my god.
Yeah, but you know you have to like groom yourself and shit. And
Barely, not really. You just have to like just do it. You just gotta go, look, hey, I'm hungry. Are you hungry? Let's eat food. You're buying. You pick me up, I'll fuck you. Like, seriously, all you gotta do is just like literally try any way possible, except for overthinking it and looking nervous. Like that's the fastest way to fuck up.
You totally should groom first.
You should take a shower.
You should, but you don't have to. I mean,
You
you don't need to
literally don't.
If you have a unibrow, tweeze it. If you have acne, don't leave the house. I'm just kidding.
But all of those are just like odd improvers. They don't actually win the game.
Yeah.
No one's ever been like, oh man, those are the best. You can't even tell there was a unibrow there. Fuck me now.
You can be smelling bad and have a unibrow and everything wrong, but if you have a good attitude, you'll still bang her.
Brush your teeth.
Are you being facetious, Tim?
that like slight comment, brush your teeth. Just
Yeah,
I mean-
you do need to brush your teeth.
yeah.
That's the most important one. Is brush your teeth.
No, don't forget about flossing though, because even if you brush your teeth and you think you got everything, there might be like something in your teeth, and she'll notice a little bit of plaque and be really grossed out while you're eating.
Floss and brush your teeth. Okay.
And this is why you stay away from INFPs because they use their NE to fuck with your FI.
I'm not. I'm giving him helpful tips. What is wrong with you?
There's not a dude in the world who walks around with floss in his pocket.
I didn't say to walk around with floss in your pocket. I'm saying to actively floss.
Nobody actively flosses.
I actively floss.
All right, we're losing the forest for the trees now, guys. Like, okay.
I'm illustrating a point about INFPs.
And it was a bad point and didn't make any sense.
They drop brain bombs and they know what they're doing, but you won't know what you're doing until they're doing it until it explodes.
You're paranoid as fuck.
And then they'll be like, "Oh no, I didn't mean that. Oh, you just overthink everything."
Yeah, so paranoid.
INFPs hide behind their facade of innocence.
And then they'll say things like that. You're just being paranoid. You're crazy. Oh my gosh!
You literally think that I was trying to fuck with his FI by saying he should floss. What the fuck?
You're just evil, Neptune. You're evil.
I can't believe. I'm so sorry. I told you that you should floss.
Because you're an emotional vampire and you think about how you're gonna destroy his livelihood.
If I tell him to floss, he'll just overthink everything and he'll never be happy. You got me.
If he's already overthinking everything and you just push over here, here's some advice. Are you pregnant? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you were. Oh, you look great.
So all the reasons Ash was naming for being scared of INFPs, I'm starting to think that these are the real reasons why. Is the ones that Taylor's voicing.
Have I been pregnant?
No, the whole like thinking they're manipulative or something.
Well, that's the nature of a supervisor role. Is it's super one-sided by definition.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, that's exactly what the supervisor. I'm doing air quotes implies. But if you want to get a feel for how to be with with an INFP chick, go find an ISF or an ISTP and see the dynamic there of how much of a leg up you've got. And then see if you'd want to be in a similar position but swapped around. Who the fuck's typing at me?
I think that's she.
She, you're wrong.
Wait, what? She was here all along. Literally.
I'm
Didn't notice.
gonna go take my Klonopin because I forgot to do that.
She's been here all along listening to us talk about INFJs.
She's an INFP.
Life is just too hard when you try to do shit. So
also,
do
I forgot to mention that. I think that INFJs honestly appreciate authenticity too. If they think someone's being fake, then they'll spot it too. So it's not just FI DOMs that do that. I think NFs in general. But
Alright, so I have nothing to work with, and there's small percentages, and ENTPs are basically hated, and there's 2.5, no, actually even less, shit.
Yeah, just give up now.
There's actually 1.25% of the population I'm compatible with. 1.25%.
Making this like an equation, dude, and it's like
There's more people that are part of Mensa than there's compatible people with me.
no, that's so stupid. It's not true.
Alright, I mean, they're like...
You're making this a dogma, Ash.
this sounds weird, Ash, but if you just like work out like actively, you'll probably find like someone.
Yeah,
So, at least you won't be alone, you know.
if you just like
There's
don't give a shit about girls and just like do stuff that improves your life, you're like a peacock. Like men are like peacocks, and the better you get, the more chicks go around you. So you don't ever actively seek a girl because it doesn't work that way. You don't just like
About the statistics.
find a bunch. Hey, are you an INFJ? You want to? No, it doesn't work like that. You just
No, I know, but I'm just like very curious about the statistics.
okay. Yeah, man. Fuck statistics, man. I don't give a shit, man.
Nah, I just want a source of self-loathing. You know? Gotta pump up that sadist masochism shit.
But yeah. INFJ is cool though. I do. And it's like a great.
Yeah.
That's like
Can I not give a shit and actually like do what I want?
can you what? Not give a shit and do exactly what you want. What does that mean?
Like I don't know.
Your mic cut out, Ash.
It's kind of like
It still cut out again. It like came back and then cut out.
Not bad. What do you mean? You want? What are you trying to do, Ash?
Is what you need to see. It's called Too Smart to Get Laid, The Modern Intuitive Man. Like ENTP. This is your problem right now and how to fix it. Is to stop using your fucking TI too much.
so
And
like
just-
I should ignore my TI.
No.
Click that link and watch that YouTube video and stop using your TI so much.
You shouldn't ignore your TI. You should just like become a balanced human being. Just learn how.
So as an ENTP, I'm supposed to be a balanced human being.
Yes. Tap into SE. Fucking write some poetry or something. Try to fucking get some FI so you can at least understand it. I don't know. Just improve your life, dude. It doesn't have to be MBTI. Just try different. Like because you have NE, that means you can learn. You can fucking branch out and find a bunch of shit and look into a bunch of shit. Just look into a bunch of shit that just isn't always intellectual MBTI shit.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, if you're completely satisfied doing what you do, then yeah, whatever. I'm just saying. But if you're not, you want something new. You want new outcomes. That means you have to try something new.
I mean, what new should I try?
I don't know. Do you work out?
I should set up a schedule and shit.
First thing is just work out, I think. 2 is have some kind of hobby or a creative hobby or something that you do, whatever. And then the 3 is just you already learn a bunch of shit, so you're already smart, and that's pretty attractive, but it's not. But intelligence on its own is not attractive because it just means you're just like a fucking like encyclopedia, but it doesn't mean you actually have social skills or any like depth or mystery or you know what I mean? I don't know. Just different shit, man. Dance and shit. I don't know. There's a lot of different shit you can do.
I mean, I'm trying to play the piano. Literally trying, not even anywhere.
That's fine.
I mean, I think that if I'll try hard enough, in 2 years, I'll finally learn how to play Dead Island, the wall thing, like the theme song, which I find pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't get the 2 hands down with the piano.
It's not hard. The
fuck up the timing.
No, it is hard, but like when you're beginning with the stuff that is supposed to be for beginners, then the other hand just holds the thing.
Yeah.
It just holds the thing.
Is this the whole theme song? Or does it get super hard as fuck? Oh no, that's pretty much it. Oh, you were being sarcastic. You know what you should do, Ash? You should sell drugs in this bitch, man. Why not? Chicks like drug dealers, man. You should be a biker.
Do you sell drugs for the chicks, Cardo?
No. I will though. If I have to. But I'll do it for the cash, nothing else. Just for cash.
Yeah, do it for cash.
Yeah, man.
It's all that matters in life. Just cash.
Pretty much, man. Yeah.
Nothing else survives. Cash is immortal.
Yeah, man. When I die, I want to take all my cash and I want to burn it with me. I don't want anyone using it. I don't want my family to have it. I don't want any poor people to have it. I just want me and my cash to go together. That's it.
That's cool.
That's how I feel. There's no point to this life.
No. Well, there is reproduction. I've actually shown Neptune and Rain DP what I think is the purpose in life.
Is what?
You can, I think it's in raw. I am not sure.
It should be.
You said it's love?
It's in raw. Like, hold on.
On the Raw channel. It should be uploaded soon if it hasn't already been uploaded.
Oh, you had a cool like little fucking philosophical like video, dude. Discussion.
No, like a footage of the stuff. Hold on, I'll find it for you.
Okay. I don't know. I don't. What I'm doing with people, man. It's gonna be like 5. It'll be like 5 trillion in like 5 years, and we'll all just die, dude. We should all just immerse ourselves in physical pleasures endlessly until we die.
ISFP, Kato?
No.
Yes.
Alright, it's not uploaded yet.